right, so...
Trying to get them all fired up.
You want to talk about senseless or a dead man's curve?
I want to talk about the swollen vagina.
You got some ideas? We couldn't help her.
What do you say? Swollen vagina sucks. No,
Yeah.
senseless. Senseless. I got his name.
I wish my penis would swell once in a while, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Whoa! It's going to be a long night. We had Marlon Wayans, wasn't it?
Yes.
Who's co-stars with you.
Well, he's the star. He's the go-to guy.
Yeah, but you're here, so I'll say he co-stars with you in that. And we had him on a couple... What the hell was he on? Weeks ago? Well, anyway.
He's funny. He's a hysterical guy.
Yeah, well, enough about him.
Okay.
All right, but tell us, refresh us with the story.
Senseless is the story of this college kid, like any college kid in America, has no money, sells blood, sperm, hair, whatever it takes, and then gives his body over to science. And he gets a sense-enhancing drug, and everything's going great, and he takes a double dose, and everything goes just whack.
And none of them work at the same time, or one of them is always missing one of the senses?
Yeah, one goes out at any time. It's very funny. It's me and David Spade, Penelope Spheris, the woman who directed Wayne's World, directed it. Same people that made Scream are making Made Senseless.
No, so you can't go wrong.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to be having.
All right, let's go to the phones and we'll speak to Felicia.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up? Okay, this is my question. I'm away at college right now, and I've always had a crush on my high school principal. And I had like a crush on him, like it got like so intense that I said that if I would sleep with anybody, that it would be him. So, you know, I'm at school, and I went home for break, and we were hanging, like we got tight, and we started like hanging out, and we wound up like having sex. Like I gave him my gift. And the whole thing is that, like,
The gift?
The gift you can't return.
The gift.
Really?
Okay, so, like, he thinks the world of me, you know?
How old
like,
is he?
What?
How old is he?
He's, 36.
36.
And he's your high school principal?
Yes.
So he's doing a wonderful job with the kids. God bless him.
He's an educator, you know?
You know, we always talk about how teachers don't get paid enough, but I think they get paid just fine because other jobs don't get
It
there.
works out in the end. All balances.
Oh, boy. All right, so now...
What's the question?
Okay, well, see, like, he thinks the world of me, and, like, I really care about him, too, but he just thinks that it's so inappropriate for us to be together. Like,
Now that he's had sex with you.
Right.
No, well, it was never, like, an issue before.
Is he married?
No, he's not married. He's, like, completely single, which makes it so much
He's
worse.
married to his job,
Yeah.
this one. So he thinks it's inappropriate.
Yeah, so I was wondering, like, how I can convince him that it's not, because, you know, look at, like, a lot of famous people. How do they get away with it? And,
Away
you
with
know,
what?
They have publicists.
Having
I mean,
an
like,
18-year-old and a 35-year-old.
Look, first of all, it's a miscarriage of his position with you. It's not quite there yet because you're no longer under his authority.
But the difference of someone in Hollywood that you're discussing is they work on the same plane. They have the same job.
They're
in
peers.
a slightly different way. They are peers and they are equals.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not in that situation.
Well, they could be now. She's a consenting adult.
So she's going to go back to
But-
her high school and go to a formal with him?
Right, and I'm concerned about, I mean, he knows how close in age she is to the people that he is in direct authority over, and how, you know, I mean, it just concerns me about this guy. He's single, dating an 18, I mean, wait.
No, we're not
Adam's,
dating.
But he's Adam's age. Would you
We're
sleep
not
with an
dating.
18-year-old?
He's older than I am.
Would you sleep with an 18-year-old?
You know what?
But I mean, think about what it takes to do that, and this is the guy that we are giving the responsibility to supervise people that age and younger. It just concerns me greatly. At least he knows it's inappropriate.
Okay, well, let me
It's
tell
a
you-
concern to me that he didn't tell you about how inappropriate it felt he was until after he'd slept with you, until he got where he needed to go.
What do you want from it? I mean, do you want, like, a relationship?
No, I don't know. I don't want a relationship, I guess. I don't know.
Of course you want a relationship.
You do.
Liz,
She's obsessed
you're
with him.
obsessed with him. You love the guy, and he is not in your peer group. He is not going to be the person you're going to have a relationship with. This is only going to mean pain to you, right?
No,
You're
you know
going to
what it
have to disconnect from him eventually.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reality. And now you've already upped the ante in the sort of biological closeness as much as the emotional closeness by being physically intimate with him.
But you graduated.
Yeah.
And at least acknowledges he's doing something wrong, but he went right ahead and
was in her when he mentioned it.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank God my counselor didn't work that way. Adam, you're failing history. Yeah, what about the penis?
I don't know what we can say, Felicia, except that you're at college now.
Yeah.
Get involved, get a life away from all this. Get involved, really completely though, emotionally
There's
involved
another
yourself.
thing that you're talking about as far as calling him all the time. If this was some sort of great challenge that you had for a long time, great, you did it. You feel like you're good friends. You feel like he did nice things for you and he was a good guy, great. You have to work on the pride factor. You don't call all the time. Don't throw yourself at this. It's inappropriate, and you're going to carry the loss of pride with you far beyond the end of this relationship. You got to work on your self-esteem a little bit.
Absolutely, and if you really start having a lot of symptoms like depression or anxiety when you try to extricate yourself from this situation, I mean, I'm sure your school has a mental health department and student health facilities. Take advantage
Go there,
of that.
fall in love with one of the people who
Maybe more going on here.
staff that office.
It's also a first. I mean, you never forget your first.
She's really in a big way
Yeah,
here.
but she really chased her first. And
she got
But, you know, this is the thing
Great.
that I hate about not being a woman.
What's that?
A woman, and I'm getting the feeling that she's probably attractive, can really just set her sights on some guy, no matter how inappropriate it is, and just lock on and wear him down till he succumbs sexually. Absolutely. I mean, it can happen.
We're victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at us. What are we to do? Oh, what was us?
Think about the guys.
Yeah, man.
It sucks to be me.
That one woman clapping so hard.
Max?
I'm a victim.
Max.
Hi.
Hey.
Every time I have a conversation with a girl, I tend to develop an erection. Like at the gym, for example, I wear like tight sweatpants, and if I like would come up to some girl and like talk, you know, it pops up, you know, there it goes.
Hey, he is a victim.
That's a problem.
Yeah, and like sometimes it gets embarrassing because they're just staring at it, you know, beside. So like, is this normal? Like, what could be done about this?
Yeah.
man.
At the gym, he's wearing the sweatpants. You got to kind of treat it like when the dog starts humping someone's leg when you're walking. I'm like, hey, come on, stop that. All right, Max, we will get to you and your inappropriate penis behavior. But we're going to take a look at a clip from Senseless first.
The thing is, I've been practicing how to say this all night down, because the thing is, the last thing I would want to do is hurt your feelings, right? That's okay. Oh. Sometimes when it comes to hockey, sometimes people suck. Look, I don't care, okay? Oh, I know that, but to suck at hockey the way you suck, you know, suck the way that fat kids or old people might suck, I mean, you suck. I mean, you really suck, dog. I mean, it's like, you know, you get on the ice and you're horrifying. You just watch, you're like a hose on there. Give me that. I'm sorry?
You can send your questions through email to loveline3@aol.com. Please include your phone number.
More Love Line with Matthew Lillard. And when we left off, we're speaking of Max. Max gets an erection almost anytime he has a conversation with a woman.
Yeah, most of the time.
Outside of the family, though, right?
Yeah.
He's 18.
He's 18. Well, that's understandable.
Do you masturbate?
Sometimes.
How often?
But not right there, right?
How often?
Not very often.
How often?
A few times a week.
Average.
It is? It's a little light for 18.
18.
I do that with the cats. You know what I mean?
No.
I mean, you see this woman here with the thing? I get 2 or 3.
She's ambidextrous.
Well, You see, here's the tragedy of life. When you're young, you get the erections that just sort of pop up out of nowhere. You're watching.
And that's normal. That is normal.
Yeah, and then you get older, you can't get an erection for the life of you. You pay good money to have sex with a woman. She's there. You only have 45 minutes, and the penis. What happened to all the erections I had in gym class and on the bus? All gone now. Now I have one that doesn't work.
So what should he do?
If he masturbates more, won't this help?
Maybe not.
No.
Well, you certainly can't be going out in, like, running shorts and stuff like that.
No
It's sort of a clothing issue.
Adhesive. Glue, tape,
Yeah.
tight breeches.
Yeah, I mean, if you go out, you put on a pair of briefs, and you put on a pair of Levi's,
Strap
you'll
it
be in
down.
pretty good shape.
I'm a boxers guy.
Your boxer guy?
Fix that.
That's trouble.
Make the choice.
That's probably the
It's true. You don't want to talk about this. Well, is there
fascinating discussion. But
is there a disease or anything?
no, it's normal. But he needs some advice for.
You get out and do some push-ups. That's what I did. Once I was in the doctor's office, and I was about 18, I was getting a physical for football, and Drew, I always razz you about this, but doctors tell you, get down in your underwear, and then they go to Brazil or somewhere, and they come back like 4 days later so you can sit there in your underwear like a jackass. And I'm sitting there in my underwear in the doctor's office up on the table. I'm there for about 45 minutes just waiting, looking at the tongue depressors and the scale and stuff. All of a sudden, it's like, uh-oh. Hey, what's this? Hey, whoa. No. I said no, down. And I was like, okay, Vietnam, my grandparents are making love in a rice paddy in Vietnam. Yeah, it's like, but it kept going. And now I'm looking at the door and I'm thinking, this guy's going to walk in any moment. He's going to tell me to hop up off the table, and I'm going to be standing there like I have some sort of thing for doctors or something. So I got down on the floor and started doing push-ups.
And it worked.
Yeah, I thought to myself, when is the last time you had an erection while you were doing push-ups? Never. The first couple hurt, because... but after that, it was fine. All right, we're going to use the via TV phone technology now. We send this out around the country. People plug it into their phone jacks, and Mike is on the other end of it. Oh, there you are.
Mike, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
The situation I'm in is a manager I work with every day here asked me to move in with them, and we had a party Super Bowl Sunday.
Where are you?
Hello?
Where are you?
In Vegas.
Is this a restaurant or something you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And we had a party for the Super Bowl, and I happened to walk in on him and his other roommate, and I didn't know that he was gay. And now I don't know what to do because I work with him and kind of want to get out of the situation of living with him.
Why?
Are you afraid he's asking you for more than just a roommate relationship?
Yes.
Do you know that that's what he's asking you for?
It came across, but...
Could you clarify that with him? Do you feel comfortable?
Well, no one does that.
But look, I mean...
If he's sleeping with the other roommate, is that he's sleeping with your other roommate?
Yes.
Well, with his other roommate, right?
With his other roommate, yeah. That he's been with.
Are they a couple, do you know?
No, I think it's just a sexual thing.
You think?
Yeah.
He's a little behind on the rent, so, you gotta
Just
make
because
up.
you're living with the homosexual doesn't mean he's attracted to you or wants to have sex with you.
Well, some of the passes that he
All right,
made...
but hold on, Dan. Stop being so politically correct for a second. The guy's having sex with the other roommate. This guy's going to come in here. There's going to be all three of them there. He's going to hear these two going at it at all hours of the night. You know what I mean?
And
With that first.
what, he's going to run in there and decide he wants to be gay?
What if they turn on him?
The two against one.
That's right.
No, if you're uncomfortable, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right.
If you're uncomfortable and you're not, and homosexuals aren't the people you want to live with, then live with someone else.
Or whatever, even like the color of the curtains or
Yeah,
something.
exactly,
If this
just
isn't a
move.
comfortable environment for you to be living in, then you just got to not
Just change your
move.
environment.
Are you afraid you're going to lose your job if you don't comply with his request?
No.
Okay. All right. So things are okay. I mean, you learned something about your boss, and you know more about who he is, and you don't want to live with him. Still your boss, still your friend. You know.
Just tell him you're uncomfortable.
No. You got to lie. Yeah, so he tells him he's uncomfortable with the arrangement or with
But the guy's going to know. I mean, if you walked
so?
in on the two roommates, right?
Oh, did he
walked in
see
on
him walking in
Yeah,
on him?
he walked in. He discovered.
Oh, so he's going to obviously put two and two together.
I'm not saying, it's right or wrong.
That's rough
I
now.
think he's just assuming there's like some sort of imminent threat by this, and I don't think there is.
Which is the wrong assumption.
But it is.
No, I'm not
of
saying
course there isn't. Of course there isn't. I mean, if he clearly doesn't want to participate, he doesn't have to. But he's also moving into a living environment that isn't making him happy, isn't comfortable to him.
All right, let's talk to Jessica, who's on the phone. Jessica?
Hi.
Hey.
My problem is my roommate in college. We've been good friends since grade school, and recently, about 6 months ago, she started talking to a guy on the internet, and they've gotten really serious. He lives really far away from us, and he came to visit once, and now all of a sudden they're like, I love you, I love you. They're talking marriage, and he's a control freak. He tells her what to do, when to do it, and he's forbidden her to talk to me.
Whoa. Which problem do you want to attack first?
Right.
You've got a plethora of issues there.
All right, so
Start with the internet. Ugh.
she, all right.
It's not the place to meet your mate.
Jessica, we will answer your question after we take a little look at Matthew doing a little more work on a movie called Dead Man's Curve.
The body, where's the body? The body is in the river, you idiot. Why hasn't it come up yet? I don't know, it's stuck on a tire or something. Relax, they'll find the body. We'll get a floor plan. Have you ever tried to CAL? Very smooth. How can you be so calm about this? I thought you wanted to do this. I want to get into Harvard business. This is getting you into Harvard business. Don't you feel the slightest amount of guilt about this? Please. Guilt is for kids.
Why do you think Starbucks opens their stores next to neighborhood coffee shops?
Talk about this later, please.
Why, am I embarrassing you? It's all about selling the beans. You even know what Starbucks means? Starbucks, Star Universe, Bucks Money. Money runs the universe. So you have a choice. You can either be a short normal drip or a power grande mocha latte.
3125, Timmy.
Just put it on the tab, baby.
Completely brainwashed her.
These internet relationships are all built on fantasy.
Yeah.
There's really no person there. It's
Yeah.
just what you build, construct in your own mind, based on little tidbits of information.
Or downloaded photos, which may not even be the guy.
But they've met now, right?
Right, and
Only once, though,
right, for a weekend.
for a
And
weekend.
he hasn't lied about who he is or anything, but he's just told her, he's just gotten extremely jealous, like if she said she met another guy, but they were just friends or something, he'll like yell at her on the phone if they talk. Or
How old
he'll
is your friend?
She's 18,
How old is he?
21.
And what's wrong with her self-worth? Why is she so...
Well, she's the nicest person in the world, but she's
course.
never dated anybody.
Yeah, but she clearly, she cannot feel worthwhile if she puts up with this kind of
I think-
slave-master mentality in a relationship.
I think she feels that's all she can get.
Why?
I don't know. I've tried to point it out to her. There have been guys who've come up to me and asked who she was.
All right, well, listen, she has a low self-esteem,
Yes.
and she hasn't had any success in the dating world. She's found one guy's going to pay her attention, even if it's negative attention, and she's latched onto it.
Right.
Is she have a big ass?
No, she doesn't.
No? There's no then she shouldn't be putting up with this, Jessica. You shouldn't have to do this with a slender ass, bro. Oh, you guys were all thinking the same thing.
Is she? Yeah, it's not right.
Well, I've tried to tell her this, and she's now completely cut me off.
All right, but look, she feels worthless.
What do you do?
Not because of her body configuration,
All right, but you were thinking big ass.
but because of how she was raised to feel about herself. I mean, she has no worth for some reason. And you can't give her that. All you can do is point out to her how inappropriate this guy is and try to make her address the reality rather than staying in this fantasy. You've just got to keep at her about it. You can't control her and you can't change her. If you can get other friends and list other people to sort of, again, keep confronting her what the reality is of this relationship.
That would be good.
What's this?
An intervention.
You can't.
I mean, you can't. There's nothing you can do. You can't make her stop seeing him or stop talking to him. You can't control your friend.
And she may have to go through this, even get married and get divorced. And I mean, I hate to say it, but she may have to go through a few bad relationships and take a few knocks before she sort of sees the light. I mean, right now she's just so excited that someone's paying attention to her.
Do what you can, and that's all you can do.
Like, get on the computer and write him a goodbye letter.
All right. Thanks, Jessica. That's the kind of guy that does that.
All right, let's, another nice segue. Let's talk about Dead Man's Curve for just one moment. I was reading this, and Drew, you'd like it because it takes place in college again, right?
College,
college work.
Yeah.
And explain the story because it's kind of cool.
Well, the basic principle is that there's this American myth that if your roommate commits suicide, you get the automatic 4.0 for grieving reasons.
Right. If your roommate in college.
Your roommate in college commits suicide, you get a 4.0so because of the bereaved.
Just go along with it.
It's like a bereavement clause.
There you go.
So you got to figure you're too screwed up to study and that kind of stuff. They give you.
It's a tragic.
You know, it's like if there's an earthquake that's big enough, we pay no taxes for a year.
In my college, the only excuse that you were allowed was your death. For anything.
They give you a 4.0 if you die?
For any excuse.
Let's not go too far. I mean, it's the basic principle of the movie. I'm not saying it's going to change the world. I'm just saying it's a little thriller thing.
Anyway,
So these two really ambitious kids kill their third roommate, make it look like a suicide.
Right.
It's a great story.
It's the feel-good movie of the year, everybody.
It's a very Alfred Hitchcock. It ends up crossing over itself a couple times, and it's a good film. We just went to Sundance and had a great time at Sundance, and we were a big hit, and everyone really liked it. So.
And then when is this coming out?
It's negotiating right now, actually.
No.
So,
which
means it may never see the light of day.
No. If it's a big hit at Sundance.
It actually did really well. So we're hoping that that'll get released.
Good. All right. Well, hey, we're out of show. What the hell goes on with this hour here? This is showing hours are like 45 minutes.
It's like 8 minutes, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, but then sometimes it feels like an hour and a half. All right. Matthew, I want to thank you for coming out. We do appreciate it. Matthew Lillard, everybody. Senseless. Dead Man's Curve. Diane Farr, great job as usual. And until next time, this Adam Kroll production, we're saying mahalo.